Okay, I'm on YouTube now, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get onto um, TikTok because what's going on here? Um, Let me see if I can. I'm about to get locked out of this phone. Did that work? It's like not letting me use my camera and microphone in TikTok, and it's doing all kinds of stuff. I had to restart my actual computer and all the stuff. Super annoying. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Caress. Hi, Yvonne. Hello, hello. I know some of you are like wanting to be on your preferred app, but sometimes, sometimes it be that way. I'll try one more time for stupid TikTok. Very bizarre. Yeah, you can access my camera. It's so weird. It's saying like that I need to authorize TikTok to access my camera, takes me to settings, but there's no place to say that I authorize it. So I just don't know. If anyone knows, let me know. But I think TikTok is hosed for today. 2 out of 3. Ugh, annoying. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Happy Friday. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Valerie. Gonna drink some water today. Good morning, Suzette. So I know that you all are wondering, and yes, I did get the 2 new snakes yesterday. I was first in line at FedEx at exactly 9 a.m. to grab them from the FedEx place, and they're downstairs acclimating in their enclosures. So one of them, Thor, is a grown-up snake, but I was told that he was about 4 feet long and he would be totally fine in a 4x2 enclosure for the rest of his life. And I was like, okay, well, that sounds good. So I'll just make him a 4x2 and we'll call it a day, right? This snake is really big, guys. Like, he's at least 5 feet long and he's a thick boy. Like, when I say thick boy, think like this is probably how big in diameter his little booty is, okay? Like, he's a noodle, okay? He's a hose. And I put him in the enclosure. He's like 8 pounds also. So, just imagine. I put him in the enclosure and I was like, what like this isn't gonna work. Like he's in there, but like that this isn't a long-term um space for him to be living his life. Like he goes from one end to the other and still has some of his body left. So, like that's not good. The hides I got him are laughable. He could probably wear them like a hula hoop. So what we're gonna have to do is pivot. Okay, and we will. We're doing it this weekend because I had taken two. I I had supervised the taking of two 4x2 enclosures, stack them, cut an insert so that you can go up and down in between, and made like a double wide, right, or double high. So I'm gonna take that one. That was supposed to be for Odin. I'm gonna take that one. I know you're concerned about this. I'm gonna take that one and give it to Thor. So we'll set that up finally this weekend, and then he can move into his little penthouse because my goodness gracious, I feel bad for him, but he's okay. Like he doesn't seem like he is like mad or anything. Um, and so then the other one is Sunny, and he is the size that he was said to be, and he's super fucking cute. But everybody's just decompressing after their travels, so it's gonna be a minute before I interact with them or anything. But You're so cute. I'm very excited. I'm especially excited about Thor because I don't have any big snakes right now. You know what I mean? Like they're all little itsy babies, like little skinny babies. And it's exciting to think of hanging out with a bigger snake. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty pleased. Pretty pleased. And the snake room is almost completely done. We should be finishing up this weekend completely. And then I will show you pictures. And if you're local, I'm thinking of having like instead of a Christmas cocktail party, I'm gonna have a little snake cocktail party because down in the snake area is a bar too. There's a bar. So, like, what about some like snake themed cocktails and like mood lighting and, you know, a little cocktail party with my snakes. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyhow, shall we get to it? It's your coffee and magic. You only get one of these a week now. Announcements for life include the fact that season 6 of Normalized Magic Workshop has ended, which is crazy. The 12 weeks went by really fast. Season 7 will start on November 20th. And if you would like to be joining for that, you know how to reach me, I think. And we will go from there. How I'm doing it this time is you basically just put a little deposit down, $33, and that saves your space. And then when you officially sign up in November, um, that's taken off the cost of your membership. Okay. So that is happening. I will send out another email probably next week or over the weekend with that information if you haven't gotten it already. But that is pretty much all the announcements because otherwise, I've been a busy lady. October's been a busy, busy time. Also curious, I know we talked about this in workshop on Wednesday, but for the rest of you, last week, this week, Monday, did anybody have some crazy energy things happen to them Monday night or Tuesday, actually? Yeah, cocktails and snakes. I think today we're going to do animals. Animals. Cow, donkey, and fox. Yeah, energy. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things happening, obviously, but I'm like, am I perimenopause? Like, do I have an inner ear infection? Like, something wrong with me? I feel okay today, I think. I have a little bit of a headache, but I it could be dehydration, so that's why I'm drinking water. Cow, donkey, and fox. All right, tell me when you're ready for cow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Yvonne. All right, so again, your choices this morning are cow, donkey, and fox, and this is your cow. We have stag, merlin, and perception. Hmm. So this is an interesting one for today. So the stag and the merlin together, this is a very authoritative pair. Um, it's not the king. Like usually when the king comes up, it's like very much like make a decision, right? Like we're gonna make a decision right now. We're just gonna go ahead and do it. Um, this is a little bit more nuanced, isn't it? Well, it is. Let me tell you. So with the Merlin and the stag together, a decision does need to be made. Like there's some choices that need to be made here for sure. But it isn't as black and white as maybe someone would like you to believe or like what you would like to believe. Um, it's more about how do you like what is your perception of the situation and the outcome of the situation? How do you see your role in this? How do you see the bigger picture? Because that is actually going to influence the decision that you have to make. So, what to do here is not focus first on what decision to make, okay? Focus first on the bigger whole picture and then backtrack to find which choice makes most sense for that outcome. Does that make sense? Like you're kind of like just getting out of the weeds for a second, getting the bigger picture and asking yourself, how does this actually work? How do I actually want this to go? Right? And then backtrack and say, this choice will likely lead me closer to that. Okay. And I will remind you, because sometimes we forget and it's not our default, we're making decisions from this space now, right? This space. Okay. So again, your choices are cow, donkey, fox. That was cow. Next up is donkey. Donkey. Wow. This is interesting. So we have two of the same cards in donkey that we had in cow. Those two cards would be perception and Merlin. But third card, I didn't even ask you if you're ready. I was like, I'm ready. The third card is not the stag at all. It's the goblin. Oh my god. All right. So again, it's all about the bigger picture here and how you see yourself in this situation in your life in the whole and backtracking from there to make decisions, except this time it's a little bit different because you are being triggered, okay? And goblin is like a self trigger. um Typically you do it to yourself. You know what I mean? So stop it, but also okay, it's a thing you do, and that's fine. But maybe ask yourself, why are you taking yourself so seriously? You know, like, do you think you, and I mean this with like all the love in my heart, and just know that, but do you think you are like the only person in the world? Like, do you think that your situation or you as a person are so deeply unique that nobody could ever understand what you're going through? Like, what is going on here? Because it's a strange mix of I'm not good enough and I'm too good enough. Okay? That's the conflict. I'm not good enough, I'm too good. These two things are existing together, but it's not peaceful because they don't go together well, right? Like they're like this all the time at odds. So you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're too good. You're too good. You're not good. You're too, and it just completely ties you up in knots of indecision. And what ends up happening there is you can't access your magic. You're going to get taken advantage of by literally everybody all the time, And you're going to end up having a constant trigger, right? But it's you. You are doing this. It's not other people because you can't blame other people for showing up when you give off a bat signal for chaos, right? If they are attracted to chaos. Um, so this is going to really take some introspection on your part, not so much decision making. This is more take a hot beat and ask yourself, what is the bigger picture for me here? What is it that I actually want to be involved in? How do I want my life to feel like? And then take a step back and ask yourself, what choices do I need to make to align with that eventuality? And then this will just sit down for a second. Might come up again, but it's okay. As long as we can kind of name this and be like, I see what I'm doing, then you're fine. If you cannot name this, if you cannot say, I see what I am doing, I understand that I am doing this, that is going to be an issue. If you cannot have that self-reflection and honesty of your behavior, that's going to be, it's going to keep leading you here over and over again. But if you can be honest with yourself, that's all anybody really wants, right? Like you don't have to be perfect. There's no such thing as like completely healed. What does that even mean, right? What's a completely healed person? If you're able to enjoy your life and not feel constantly in conflict, second guessing yourself, second guessing others, if you're able to have that kind of peace somewhat regularly, that's healed enough, friends. Okay? Because you want to get to a point where you can just enjoy your life, right? As much as possible. And that is healed enough. Beyond that, I don't know. That is your donkey. And the last one is going to be fox. And we'll see what fox is because you know what the fox says. Sorry if that opens up a concert in your brain of that song. I don't even watch music videos, but somehow that was the music video that I like watched one time and like remember every bit of, if you can call it that. Hi, Christine. All right. Fox. Hmm. Okay. Totally different vibes with the fox, but look who's here. It's the king. We were just talking about him. So he's here for Fox. And then we have the dog. And then we have letting go. And letting go is number 44. The dog is 19. And the king is 3, just in case you're feeling numbery about this one. Okay. So the king, like I said in the beginning, when the king comes up, like we do actually have to make some sort of a decision, right? Like some choice has to be made. Um, but before you make that choice, you have some things to settle here. And it's a question. Can you love yourself enough to let go of the things that are harming you and preventing you from making a decision that's actually going to benefit you here? Okay. What? Carlissa. Um, because what's happening is this decision you have to make isn't like a basic decision, right? It's not like oh, do I go on Tuesday or Wednesday? Or, should I call this person? Like it's not that simple. This is more of a your life moving forward, and what vibe you're going to be in kind of a decision. Can you make that decision? It's a big letting go. You'll notice it's letting go. It's not the death card. Why, you might ask, is it not the death card? Because we've already done the death card with this. Okay. So just know that you've already done the death card with this, like probably like 8 times, right? You have deaded it to dead. So then now the letting go has nothing to do with the death card because, like I said, you don't need to be told that that energy is dead for you anymore. You have either decided that you live with dead energy now and then decorate your walls and skeletons or whatever, or you've let it go, right? But the question is, can you actually, truly love yourself while holding on to this? And it's not even a rotting corpse anymore. It's just a bag of bones or dust at this point because it is so dead. Like, you know what I mean? It's like getting weird. You're like that weird kid with some weird stuff walking around at this point. Um, so it's something to think about because the truth of the matter is, guys, at this point, it's a choose your own adventure. The world is ending as we know it. And that means, from an energetic standpoint, everything is possible because in the chaos of full destruction are the ingredients for everything. Because you're basically pulling it all apart and creating all of these massive energy explosions with it. So, this is actually a wonderful time to get really serious about how you want your life to be and how you want to feel and just move on with things. This is a great time for that because the energy is everywhere. So, you can alchemize it into anything you want. And some of you are already doing that, right? You're already realizing, like, when I say something, it just like pops up. Like you're noticing that, right? But where is your energy? Is your energy in the past? Are you like, what is this? It's almost like you're in this cycle of not mourning. It's almost like languishing and luxuriating in all of your misfortunes. You know what I mean? Like it's like that kind of a thing. And you mean that's your choice, but you just remember you're choosing this now. No one's doing this to you. So that's kind of the main thing here. What are you going to choose to do with this energy? Are you going to like finally release and like move along? Or are you going to continue in that? And if you do, you just have to be honest with yourself and say, like, I kind of want to be in this chaos. Like I want this kind of turmoil and unsettled feelings in my life. Like I'm learning something from it or I like it, like whatever it is. But just be honest. That's really all you need to know about this one, besides all of the other things I said about it. That was a lot. Okay. That was your fox. Very tricky. Very demure. All right, my friends. Well, on that note, I hope that you have a really good weekend. Um, it's possible to, right? Like you can you can find the vibes you want right now. You really can. Just remember, it's a wild time energetically right now. It's going to be more and more and more and more and more. So we have to take care of ourselves. We have to be kind to ourselves and keep close to you the people who do not drain your energy and keep some boundaries for the people who are draining your energy because we don't have a lot to spare for that kind of a thing right now. Okay? Loving you. Mwah! I will see you next Friday. Have a good one.